Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing absolutely amazing. And today we're going to talk about a very evident part of all of our lives, and I'm sure if not all, most of you will relate to what all points I'll be mentioning. So we're going to talk about social media in this video, and I know social media being a very prominent part of our lives can literally make or break our lives. And I know social media is super important for personal branding, organizations, and everything in between, but also ignoring the fact that what it can do to your personal health is also not the right thing to do. So, the first thing that you might have noticed is that you'll spend hours, days, or even months scrolling mindlessly, and you'll keep pushing your targets and you'll keep pushing your deadlines, which is obviously not the best thing to do. And who doesn't want to complete their bucket list, right? And trust me, I've been through that and I've done it for the longest I can remember. But once you start replacing your mindless scrolling with personal development activities like reading, jogging, or stuff like that, you do get a feeling of achievement and empowerment, and it's literally a very good feeling. So the first step for reducing your screen time is definitely tracking your screen time. And when I started doing that, my screen time was literally between 10 to 12 hours every day. And once I knew what my screen time was, I wanted to reduce it to as low as possible. And I browsed the internet and I watched tons of videos on how do I reduce my screen time. And I came across a lot of apps and websites that literally track your usage on each app or website. And something that worked for me is your hour. You can get it on Play Store or App Store. So this app literally tracks your daily usage, your lock unlock count, and everything in between. And I'll just walk you guys through the interface of the app and what all functionalities does it have, and you guys can decide for yourself if that works for you. So this is what the interface of the app looks like. It first off lets you select a daily usage limit, and it also shows you your most used and most visited app. It then also has some graphs and your monthly and weekly average usage. And then it has some challenges which basically blocks some apps for a period of time. For example, the social media apps. It also has history, scheduled, and in progress challenges. Then it also has some usage report that can be viewed on the daily, weekly, and monthly basis. The usage report basically consists of your peak usage time, total screen time, usage timeline, most used apps, and stuff like that. You can also view the weekly and monthly reports with the pro version. Since I use the free version, I only have the daily usage report. My most favorite part about this app is that it has this floating object at all times that lets you know the usage duration of the app that you are currently using. It also has this floating notification there at all times that reminds you of the number of hours that you've been on your phone. So that is a very good feature. So the second thing that social media does is that people post the best parts about their lives, and we as humans believe it to be true because we see things as black or white, but it is generally not the case, and there are struggles that people don't talk about online or publicly, which generally leads to us not feeling good about ourselves and we feel like a loser, which is definitely not the case. So, to overcome that, I reduced my social media usage and I started working on the things that were important to me. And I'm sure a lot of times when we're working on something or on a task, we get distracted in between, or we're not able to complete the entire task in one go. So, what I did for that was first off, I turned off my phone and I put it in another room. Secondly, I used Forest, which is an app that focuses on deep work, and it lets you put some timers, 10 minute, 15 minute, 25. Although 25 is the preferred time interval, which is also signified by the Pomodoro technique. And so it lets you put timers for like deep work, 25 minutes of deep work, and then 5 minutes of break, 25 minutes of deep work, and stuff like that. So this is also known as the Pomodoro technique. And putting my phone off while I work was literally the best habit that I adopted this year. So that is a highly suggested thing to do. Coming on to the third thing that social media does. So we follow a lot of people around us and everything seems so cool. And at the end of the day, we feel like मुझे गिटार भी सीखना है, मुझे कोडिंग भी सीखनी है, मुझे डिज़ाइनर भी बनना है, and I want to do everything that seems cool to me, right? But obviously that is practically not possible. And if you want your skills to be monetizable, you need to master one of them. So the best way to overcome this is to explore and research well about all the skills that you want to learn. So if you have a lot of time, go ahead and learn all of that, and at the end decide which one do you want to master. But if you have constraint and if you're short on time, then make a list of all the pros and cons that come with learning skill one, and make another pros and cons list of learning skill number two. And at the end you have to decide what goals you have. At the end you have to decide what your end target or your end goal is, and probably go with the skill that resonates well with your end goal. The fourth and the most important thing that social media does to you is procrastination. Now, when you're scrolling mindlessly, you end up procrastinating and wasting your entire day, which is definitely not the best thing to do. And there are a bunch of things that I did to avoid procrastination and complete my tasks early or on time. So, first things first, do not use your phone or social media as soon as you wake up. Give yourself a good 1 hour to freshen up, have breakfast, and make a list for all the tasks you have for the day. Basically, make a to do list. And let's say, even if you did use your phone in the morning, just switch it off, keep it in another room while you work. Also, give yourself a time slot for using your phone or social media. For example, I use social media only post 5 p.m. when I'm done with maximum of my tasks of the day, or like maximum of the to-do list. So 5 p.m. is the prime time when I'm active and when I'm using social media for my entertainment, basically. Another thing that you can do is that you can eliminate one app that adds absolutely zero value in your life. So for example, for me, I eliminated Snapchat years ago. I don't even remember the last time I logged into Snapchat. And I, although I do use Snapchat when I create lenses and filters, and every time I have to log in to check the insights, I have to reset the password because I don't even remember my Snapchat password. So just choose one app that adds absolutely zero value and just eliminate that from your phone or life or whatever. The fifth thing that social media does is that it does hamper our sleep cycle. I do agree or relate to the fact that we need to watch something before we sleep. So what I did to overcome that was that I replaced interesting and entertaining content with video podcasts or something that provided information or value or something that was more intellectual. So it basically leads to me falling asleep early and not watching content for longer hours. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video and I was able to add some value in your life. Share this video with your friends and family and subscribe to the channel for more such content.